From her early days as a tomboy known as John, to a confident teen making appearances in dance studios and even a K-pop music video, Angelina Jolie's daughter, Shiloh's transformation, has caught everyone off guard. When she showed up in a teaser for Da-young's What's a Girl to Do? Fans weren't just surprised, they were stunned by how much she resembled Angelina. But this isn't just about looks. Behind the headlines is a young woman quietly building her own identity through dance, fashion, and even humanitarian work alongside her mom. So how did Shiloh Jolie go from staying out of the spotlight to becoming one of the most talked about celebrity kids today? Let's delve into the transformation of Shiloh Jolie Pitt. Shiloh Jolie Pitt's highly anticipated birth was in Africa. Even before she was born, Shiloh Jolie Pitt was already making headlines. Her parents, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, had sparked massive media attention after getting together during the filming of Mr. and Mrs. Smith in 2005. Rumors of their relationship quickly spread, and photos of them together in Kenya with Jolie's son Maddox seemed to confirm it, instantly turning them into one of Hollywood's most talked-about couples. Not long after, Angelina revealed she was pregnant with their first child together. To avoid the chaos of the press, the couple traveled to Namibia, where security was extremely tight. The hospital was so protected that, as Jolie later shared, they were the only patients there. Shiloh was born on May 27, 2006, and even her name carried deep meaning. It came from a child Jolie's parents had lost years earlier, making it something she had always felt connected to long before her daughter was born. She had a very high-profile public debut. Shiloh Jolie Pitt was a celebrity from the moment she was born. At the time, social media wasn't what it is today. Facebook had only just opened up beyond college students, so celebrities didn't have a direct way to share personal moments. Instead, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt made a strategic move, knowing the public's curiosity was huge. In June 2006, they introduced Shiloh to the world on the cover of People magazine. The photos showed the couple with their newborn daughter, capturing a rare, intimate moment. The rights to those images were sold for millions, around $4 million in North America, with additional rights sold internationally, bringing the total close to $8 million. Rather than keep the money, the couple donated it to charity. The issue became a massive success, selling far more copies than usual and turning Shiloh's debut into a cultural moment. It was so iconic that later that year, Madame Tussauds in New York even created wax figures of the family, complete with a baby Shiloh in a bassinet for visitors to see, Shiloh's confidence in her sense of self. Over the years, fans who followed Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt became increasingly curious about their child, Shiloh Jolie Pitt, and her strong sense of identity and style. Back in 2010, Jolie opened up to Vanity Fair, explaining that Shiloh naturally gravitated toward a more traditionally masculine look. Shiloh, we feel, has Montenegro style, she said. She likes tracksuits, she likes suits, she likes to dress like a boy, she wants to be a boy, so we had to cut her hair. She likes to wear boys' everything. She thinks she's one of the brothers. As Shiloh grew older, Jolie made it clear she fully supported her daughter's self-expression. In an interview with Reuters, she shared, "I think she is fascinating, the choices she is making," adding that children should be free to express themselves without judgment because it's an essential part of growing up. Shiloh was also very clear about how she wanted to be addressed from a young age. During an appearance on The Oprah Winfrey Show, Pitt revealed that she preferred to be called John or Peter, joking, "It's a Peter Pan thing." Jolie later emphasized to the Daily Mail that her daughter's identity wasn't something for the public to analyze or define. "I don't think it's for the world to interpret anything," she said. "It's who she is." She declined Maleficent, but agreed to Kung Fu Panda. Even with two of Hollywood's biggest stars as parents, Shiloh Jolie Pitt has never shown much interest in following them onto the big screen. In an interview with the Hot Hits, Angelina Jolie shared that she once joked with Shiloh about playing an older version of Aurora in Maleficent. For most kids, that would be a dream role, but Shiloh wasn't impressed. Jolie recalled, "Shiloh thought it was the most ridiculous thing in the world. She would never even wear a dress. Never." That said, Shiloh wasn't completely against the idea of being part of the movie, just not in the way anyone expected. Jolie explained that her daughter preferred to imagine herself as a completely different character. "She wants to be somebody named Marcus," Jolie said, describing a figure who carried a bow and arrow. While Jolie admitted she had no idea who Marcus was, she found it fascinating that Shiloh had created her own character entirely in her head. In the end, the role of Aurora went to Elle Fanning, while Shiloh's younger sister Vivienne appeared as the child version of the character. Even though she turned down Maleficent, Shiloh did eventually take part in one of her mother's projects, on her own terms. She joined her siblings Pax, Zahara, and Nox to provide panda sounds in Kung Fu Panda 3, where Jolie voiced Tigress. Jolie later explained that her goal wasn't to push her kids into acting, but simply to let them experience something fun. "They were kind of shy," she told ET. "They don't really want to be actors, but I didn't want them to miss the opportunity. They came in, and they had a lot of fun with it." Despite her showbiz parents, Shiloh's like any other kid. Her parents may be global movie stars, but Shiloh Jolie Pitt seems to prefer a pretty normal, low-key lifestyle. She's often been spotted doing everyday things like shopping at Target, both with her family and on her own. In fact, there were even reports, according to Page 6, that she and Angelina Jolie once left a Los Angeles Target because the store didn't have hot dogs, something Shiloh was apparently craving. Over the years, she's also been seen shopping at Toys R Us in Glendale, California, leaving with bags of purchases, and browsing stores at the Grove, including the Container Store. Beyond shopping, Shiloh enjoys the same kinds of activities as any other teenager. Back in 2017, Jolie took her to a Renaissance fair in Southern California. And that same year, she went roller skating in Los Angeles with her family. Her birthdays have also been celebrated in a fun, relatable way. For her 11th birthday, she spent the day at Disneyland with friends and family, and when she turned 14, Brad Pitt reportedly organized a laid-back pizza party, complete with cake, a video montage from loved ones, and thoughtful gifts like a camera and guitar lessons. Shiloh is a budding humanitarian. It's no surprise that Shiloh Jolie Pitt has started to follow in her parents' footsteps when it comes to humanitarian work. During their time together, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt built a reputation not just as a Hollywood power couple, but as deeply committed activists. Over the years, Jolie has brought Shiloh along on several of her global aid trips, giving her early exposure to humanitarian efforts. In 2015, Shiloh traveled with her mother to Turkey and Lebanon, while Jolie was working as a special envoy for the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. Jolie later told People that Shiloh had long been curious about her work, saying, "Shiloh is very aware that I hold refugee families in high regard and has been asking to come on missions and meet them for many years." She joined her again in 2018 on a visit to a Syrian refugee camp in Jordan. Shiloh also returned to her birth country of Namibia in 2017 for a deeply personal moment, the unveiling of the Shiloh Wildlife Sanctuary. Founded by the Jolie Pitt Foundation, the sanctuary was created to care for rescued elephants and rhinos. According to a source who spoke to People, Shiloh was genuinely moved by the experience. Her face lit up when she saw the sanctuary for the first time, they said, adding that she had no idea it would be named after her and was visibly thrilled by the surprise. She has developed her dancing skills. For most of her life, Shiloh Jolie Pitt has been in the spotlight simply because of her famous family. But in recent years, she's started drawing attention for something entirely her own: dance. In 2022, a video of her performing at the Millennium Dance Complex in Los Angeles went viral after being shared by choreographer Hamilton Evans. The studio itself is known for attracting major stars like Britney Spears, Pink, and Justin Bieber. In the clip, Shiloh dances alongside two other performers to Doja Cat's song Vegas. Dressed casually in a Beatles t-shirt and Vans, she confidently keeps up with the complex choreography while clearly enjoying herself. She's also appeared in fan-posted TikTok videos dancing to songs like Lizzo's About Damn Time, Ed Sheeran's Shivers, and Get Her Freak On by Missy Elliott. Dance has become a major passion for her. Her main love right now is dance, and she's really good at it, the source said, noting that she enjoys the freedom and expression it gives her. Hip-hop and freestyle are said to be her favorite styles. Another insider told Us Weekly that Shiloh has been taking dance classes for years and her parents couldn't be prouder. While Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie would support her if she chose to pursue it professionally, they're not putting any pressure on her. They're simply letting her follow her own path. Shiloh seems interested in working in the arts. Shiloh Jolie Pitt may be labeled a Nepo baby if she chooses a career in the arts, but everything suggests she's ready to earn her place. After all, Brad Pitt didn't start at the top. He once worked at El Pollo Loco when he first arrived in Hollywood. That same work ethic seems to have rubbed off on Shiloh, who is reportedly taking on multiple side jobs to gain real experience, not just rely on her last name. According to InTouch, she can earn up to $14,000 a week through a mix of work as a dancer, tutor, and even a production assistant. She's also shown an early instinct for storytelling. It was Shiloh who suggested adapting the book The One and Only Ivan, which later became a 2020 film. Angelina Jolie not only voiced the character Stella in the movie, but also worked behind the scenes as a producer. Of course, having a mother like Jolie does open doors, but she seems to use that access in a thoughtful way. After watching Paul Mescal perform in a London stage production of A Streetcar Named Desire, Jolie arranged a casual coffee meetup for Shiloh to connect with him. As one Us Weekly source put it, Angie's very encouraging of that. She wants her children to explore their creativity firsthand, learning directly from experienced actors about what the industry is really like and how they built their careers. She continues to play with her personal style. Shiloh Jolie Pitt has always been confident in her sense of style, and that hasn't changed as she's grown into her teen years. In 2023, she was spotted with a fresh buzz cut while out with her sister Zahara, embracing a bold, low-maintenance look. Later that year, she switched things up again by adding a splash of pink to her short hair while hanging out with a friend outside Erewhon. Given that Angelina Jolie has described herself as having a punk edge in her younger days, and that both she and Brad Pitt have rocked buzz cuts, it's easy to see where Shiloh gets some of her style influence. Off the red carpet, her fashion is relaxed, modern, and very much her own. She's often seen in oversized t-shirts, hoodies, gym shorts, and classic sneakers like Chuck Taylor's or Vans. At the same time, she occasionally mixes in higher-end pieces, like designer shorts from Versace, showing that she can balance comfort with a touch of luxury. With access to her mom's couture wardrobe, Shiloh has the freedom to experiment, but she clearly prefers keeping things simple, effortless, and true to herself. Shiloh Jolie looks just like her mom, Angelina Jolie, in Young's music video. Shiloh Jolie made a surprising appearance in a teaser for K-pop star Young's upcoming music video, catching fans off guard. The short clip for What's a Girl to Do, released by Starship Entertainment, briefly shows Shiloh, and many couldn't help but notice how much she resembles her mother, Angelina Jolie. In the teaser, set ahead of the video's April 7, 2026 release, the 19-year-old is seen wearing a brown lace halter top, large hoop earrings, and a lip ring, with her hair styled in braids as she leans back in a relaxed pose. She also appears among the dancers, performing part of the choreography to the song. What makes the moment even more interesting is how she landed the role. according to a Starship Entertainment representative in an interview with Mail Business newspaper Star. Today, Shiloh earned her spot through an open audition. She was selected in the final round and joined the music video, they explained, adding that the team didn't even realize she was the daughter of Brad Pitt and Jolie until much later. Despite moments like this, Shiloh has largely stayed away from the spotlight. Speaking at the Santa Barbara International Film Festival in February 2025, Jolie opened up about her children, Maddox, Pax, Zahara, and twins Knox and Vivian, and emphasized that none of them are particularly drawn to acting. She described Shiloh as especially private, saying, "They really don't like any of the celebrity part of it, especially Shiloh hates it. It's not a normal thing. It's a silly thing, really." Jolie went on to explain that while she's always encouraged creativity in her children, whether through film, dance, or art, fame was never the goal. "Some of them dance, some of them paint, some of them love theater," she said, "but none of them are dying to be on screen." Shiloh Jolie Pitt may have grown up in one of the most famous families in the world, but she's clearly carving out her own path, on her own terms. Whether it's her unique style, her passion for dance, or her quiet approach to fame, she continues to surprise people in ways no one expected. But what do you think? Does Shiloh remind you more of Angelina Jolie, or is she becoming someone entirely her own? Let me know in the comments below. See you then.